Imagine waking up to a sky that doesn't look like California. The air feels heavier. The wind moves differently, sharp, twisting, almost alive. Sirens begin to scream across cities that have never heard them before. And then, the unimaginable happens. A massive tornado touches down in the heart of California. A storm powerful enough to rip apart highways, shred entire neighborhoods, and flatten everything in its path. A phenomenon so rare that almost no one is prepared for it. But how likely is this nightmare? Could a tornado, big enough to devastate California, actually form? California is not tornado-proof. Every year, the state experiences between 10 and 20 tornadoes. Most are small and weak, barely strong enough to rip shingles from rooftops. These EF0 and EF1 tornadoes are nothing like the monstrous funnels that strike the Midwest. But that doesn't mean California is safe. Under rare and extreme weather conditions, powerful supercells can form along the Central Valley and coastal mountains. The chances of an EF4 or EF5 tornado hitting California are extremely low, less than 1% in any given year. But unlikely does not mean impossible. And California has already seen glimpses of what nature can do. In 1983, a rare EF2 tornado struck Los Angeles, tearing through South Central and flipping vehicles as if they were toys. In 1998, another EF2 hit Sunnyvale in Silicon Valley, ripping roofs from homes and scattering debris across the highway. In 1978, Riverside was torn apart by a damaging EF2 that destroyed mobile homes and uprooted trees. These storms were not the massive, city-ending tornadoes of Tornado Alley, but they proved one thing. California is capable of producing dangerous tornadoes. Now imagine an EF4 forming outside Sacramento. Winds blasting at 200 miles per hour. A funnel, half a mile wide, rotating with unimaginable force. It tears through farmland first, shredding crops and throwing vehicles into the air. Then it reaches suburban neighborhoods. Roofs explode upward. Power lines whip and spark. Trees are ripped from the ground. Entire blocks vanish in seconds. If a tornado of this size hit Los Angeles or the Bay Area, the destruction would be unlike anything California has ever experienced. Highways would twist into metal ribbons. Glass towers would be gutted. Millions would lose power. Billions of dollars in damage would strike within minutes. And thousands would be left injured or stranded, trapped inside cities built for earthquakes, not in tornadoes. The worst part is that almost no one in California would know what to do. Tornado sirens are rare. Tornado shelters are almost non-existent. And residents are not trained to react in the seconds that determine survival. If this disaster ever struck, what would someone need to prepare? They would need a safe interior room with no windows, emergency radios because cell towers fail quickly, flashlights, batteries, first aid kits, and sturdy shoes for navigating debris, helmets or head protection to survive flying objects, a 72-hour supply of water, a clear evacuation plan, and the knowledge of the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning because seconds matter. In cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, and Sacramento, people would need to shelter in basements, parking garages, or reinforced interior hallways. Preparedness would become the line between life and death. Could this happen again? Could California ever face a massive tornado? Weather patterns are changing. Atmospheric rivers are growing stronger. Storm systems are becoming more unpredictable. And with a warming climate, the ingredients for severe weather are appearing more often than ever before. A massive tornado in California is unlikely, but the possibility is growing. And if the day comes, California will face a disaster unlike anything in its history. Because all it takes is one storm, one supercell, one moment where nature breaks its own rules. And the Golden State could find itself facing a force it was never built to survive.